And welcome back here to the House of Blue here at Norcross. The final game of a 4-game slate here at the Norcross Lady Blue Basketball Tip-Off Classic. This one is going to feature the host, Lady Blue Devils, taking on Tift County. We appreciate you joining us. Starting lineups are being introduced right now. We'll let you enjoy that. When we get back, we'll bring you more here from the Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic. Starting lineups have been introduced. We'll take a quick break. When we get back, tip-off, Norcross versus Tift County.
Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic, powered by SUVtv, sponsored by CBA Sports, the official sports construction specialist of the SUV. Motive Deals, motivated, digital, fundraising. CoachHimmy.com, the coach's source for X's and O's. And Sports Image, promotion, marketing, and management.
All right, ready to tip it off. Marcus Burnett, joined by Jonathan Skinner, here as we get ready to have a bittersweet start to this game. Good because we've got a great matchup ahead. The bitter part is this is the final game of what's been a fun day of basketball here at the Norcross Tip-Off Classic.
Yeah, Marcus, it's been a great day so far. And unfortunately, this is our final game of the evening, but we look forward to it being a great game. Two powerhouse programs here in the state of Georgia.
I'm used to broadcasting great basketball here in Norcross, whether it's on the women's basketball side and what Coach Angie Hembry and her booster club and staff do here each year, or whether it's on the men's side with Coach Jesse McMillan, formerly known as the Hilton Invitational, now the Peachtree Corners Invitational, same level of top talent. Shots off. Two to nothing advantage for Tift County as they are able to strike first.
And Norcross with it here, driving down the lane. Nice lay-in there by Tylia Gillespie. Great job driving down the lane to pick up the two to tie us up here 2-2.
Gillespie, definitely a player to watch, just one of many on this Norcross squad. Definitely a tone setter and one of the more energetic players on this squad. Also a player to keep your eye on, number 25, Vanessa Blackman. Not an exhaustive list. This is a good overall team, state runner-up from last year.
As we see the shot knocked down there by Jocelyn Reyes, number 3 for Tift County.
Reyes showing us the mid-range there along the baseline.
Definitely nice shot. And we see some great ball movement there. Can't finish, though, for Norcross. Rebound by number 20, Casey Harrelson. As Tift County looks to set up their offense. And like you mentioned, Norcross got to the state title game as we see him out there on the floor running. Layup there, good by number 10, Vashney Perry. Norcross got to the state title game last year, lost to McEachern 58-51, but they won the state title in 2013 and won the last 3 out of the last 5 state titles, so a great program Norcross is, as they force a turnover here to get the ball back.
And when you look at this Norcross program, they ran in the Taya Cooper there at McEachern, who definitely had to win a championship on the way out. That type of player kept them from getting a championship, but is also that type of player that has also led them to some of that stretch of championships that you mentioned in Diamond DeShields, who was one of the better players to ever come through the state. Her and Cooper will team up there at the University of Tennessee. Looks very good for the Volunteers over the next few years. Then again, it always does. One of the more tried and true programs in women's college basketball.
Yeah, anytime you can send recruits to a school like Tennessee, you know you're doing something right. As we see possession stay here with Tift. Actually go over to Tift. Number 20, Casey Harrelson to inbound.
Tangle web in the basketball world because it was Tift County on the boys' side a couple years ago. Tadrick Jackson was the leader there, the Georgia Tech player now. But he and his Tift County squad defeated Norcross and their boys' basketball team in the Final Four there at Georgia Tech and went on to be the eventual champions as they upset Wheeler that year. So different side of the coin. Obviously, to this girls' basketball matchup, but I'm sure we've got some Tift County fans and some Norcross fans that were involved in rooting for both of their respective teams a couple years back. So it's nice to be able to see some of these competitions revisited.
And a missed free throw there by Norcross as Tift brings it back up the floor. Audrey McElhaney with it now, passes it over to Golson. Golson gets the ball back, loses it, then Tift rebounds it. Jocelyn Reyes gives it back down to Golson, and Golson draws a foul. Foul on number 34, Devin Wilson. Reyes gets it over to her teammate who misses the three-pointer. Rebound Norcross, and they're on the run. Nice pass there, blocked though. And she'll draw the foul. Vanessa Blackman at the line for two. And you can definitely see the crowd has picked up somewhat here, as this is technically a home game for Norcross. So their supporters out in full force, cheerleaders and all.
You know, Blackman was all-state the past 2 years at Woodland High School out there in Henry County. So in terms of being able to play at a high level, that's nothing new for her. But this transition over to the program should help in terms of more opportunities where we can show what's already a pretty good skill set based off of her track record up to this point.
Certainly a nice lay-in there. Taylor Mason with the finish. As Norcross tries to pick up the defense, Vashney Perry, number 10, gets called for the foul.
Going to see Tift County have a similar test that Hillgrove had last game versus Mays. Seeing pressure early, having to make sure that you don't feed to the momentum that they're trying to establish by turning it over. Got to take care of the ball and finish when you get opportunities to. Opposite of that play.
We see a poor job of taking care of the ball here, but they come back on defense, stop the fast break. Three-point attempt by Vashney Perry, good. 11-4 Norcross. And we have a quick timeout here by Tift County. 30-second timeout, down 11-4 here on the SUVtv.com as we look at the instant replay. Brought to you by CBA Sports. The nice three-pointer there by Perry as she knocks it down, holds her form, and then gets back on defense as well.
Back out of the timeout, we'll have a trip to the free throw line for Tift County.
Dale Attaway at the line, drew the foul on an attempted layup. She'll attempt two, misses on the first. Down 11-4 here, still early in the first quarter. 3:26 left to go as he knocks down the second. Tift County needs to continue to do their best on defense to stop plays like this. That looked like it might have been a moving screen there, but the refs don't call it. But Tift County still gets the ball back. McElhaney to bring it up the court. Picks up her dribble. Throws it over, and the trap in the corner. And goes off the Tift County player, number 10, Dale Attaway. And Norcross will get the possession, much to the angst of the fans of the Tift County Lady Blue Devils here today. And Norcross with it at the top of the key. Number 20, Passmore, dribbling, passes it over to Lyons. Now Etheridge has it. Gets it back to Lyons. Lyons drives, floater, good. 13-5. And Tiff with it now, trying to break that press. Staying within themselves, passing the ball well. Now they're getting trapped at the top. Throws it all the way over to the other side. And McElhaney will go to the line after the lay-in attempt. Fouled by number 20, Passmore. McElhaney will shoot two at the line. The junior guard. Hits the front iron on the first. And Passmore will come out of the game as Norcross makes some substitutions. Second free throw, no good. Rebound Norcross. Quick pass inside. Laying good by number 34, Devin Wilson. And another steal and lay-in. Tylia Gillespie with the steal and lay-in.
That's some of what Gillespie brings to the table. It looked like she had to sit a little bit earlier. Not sure whether that was just a normal substitution or if she had kind of gotten in the doghouse a little bit with Coach Embry early on, but it's that type of energy, those type of plays that make her the resource that she is for Norcross. When you look at this squad, obviously Tift County has come ready for the challenge. They trail by 12 now, but I look for them to try to regroup out of this timeout. But, you know, Norcross is the exact opposite of a bare cover for Coach Embry. You look at Gillespie, whom we mentioned earlier, Vanessa Blackman. I think Blackman, one of the more underrated storylines for this Norcross team when you look at what she was able to do with Woodland. I mean, it is a what have you done for me lately type of game in terms of doing it here at Norcross, but you know, given what she's been able to do there in terms of, you know, getting them to a level that they had never gotten before as a freshman, them making it deep in the state last year before losing to Mays, who went on to be state runner-up. You know, really a player that's going to do a lot for them, and that's not even mentioning Vash Perry, who's already come out to a good start.
Definitely, and they fell asleep on defense there which will lead to an easy lay-in for Mary Alexanders. So after the score by Tylia Gillespie, Norcross wasn't paying attention as Alexanders went down the floor for the easy lay-in. 3-point attempt way off there for Norcross. Number 13, Raven Etheridge with the attempt. Possession will go to Tift. But that can always be sort of a difficult transition, especially for high school kids, you know, shifting to a totally different school. We look forward to Blackman showcasing her game today. And that's going to be a main storyline of the game for the rest of the time.
Yeah, well, anytime you can have somebody go in somewhere as a freshman, you mentioned the transition from school to school. Yes, that can be tough. Equally as tough, if not tougher, is that transition from 8th grade on to high school. So when you're able to do what she was able to do as a freshman in terms of being able to, lead her team the way she did, average double figures, it bodes well for you with the different adjustments that might come from, transferring schools or just the challenges you're going to face in the game regardless.
And here comes Blackman back into the game. Up 19-7 for Norcross with possession again.
They've got some good ingredients. Doris Norcross, you look at Perry and what they can do with one of their smaller guards, and you look at a Gillespie on the wing, that motor, that energy. You look at Blackman, but also players inside that can rebound and defend. But I think Tift County, they're down 12 now. I look for them to cut this to a single-digit deficit. They're a good squad as well.
Definitely. Tift is no slouch, as you see the pressure there by Golson. A very quality team, had a great season last season, won their region.
What I like about Tift teams is they like to play well, period. Every team wants to go 1-0 with each game, but they like to come up to Atlanta and show out.
Yeah.
And show that, hey, we're hooping down here too. We know it's football country, but we can hoop as well. What better way to make that statement than here in the Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic against Norcross at home?
Yeah, and now we have a traveling violation go against Amaya Passmore. She gets called for the walk. And Tiff will take it out from the side.
Yeah, that's that little hop. That's that hop Steph Curry can get away with. Those NBA players, they can get away with that. On this level, they're going to call that.
Definitely. Tipped out of bounds there by Gillespie. Tipton will get it. 36 seconds left here in the first quarter. As Tiff has another turnover there. Norcross driving. She almost gets the lay in to go, Gillespie does. But she'll go to the line for 2 shots to try to push this lead to 21-7.
Post-game interview after last game, it was one with Jalen Reese for Hillgrove. She hit the game-winning shot against Mays. She was very fired up after the game. Very fiery player on the court there is Gillespie, who can't get the second free throw to go, splits the pair.
Yeah, and that was some kind of game, that last one with Hillgrove and Mays. And Hillgrove was down early like Tift County is right now, but they stayed in it. They didn't get outside of themselves.
Yep. Very similar to Tift, not panicking. Well-coached team, keeping their composure, knowing that things are going to open up. It's just a matter of minimizing the mistakes and staying in striking distance.
Mm-hmm. So we see a drive there by Vanity Golson, and she gets it on the inside to her teammate Destiny Johnson, who finishes at the rim to cut the lead to 11 with the score now. Norcross 20, Tift County 9.
Special thanks to our sponsors here, CBA Sports, the official sports construction specialist of SUVtv. Motive Deals, motivated digital fundraising. They're the digital version of those plastic fundraising cards from the past. CoachHemi.com, where coaches go for their X's and O's.
And welcome back as we start off the second quarter. Norcross up 20-9 here. Tift County trying to get something to go on offense. They've had some trouble not turning the ball over, which Norcross has capitalized on. And now they need to get a good offensive possession to start this second half off, but that's not how they're going to do it. Norcross with it now. And Tift County gets it right back, and they're looking to push. McElhaney with it now, driving to the lane. No good on the lay-in. Norcross now one-on-one. And a good hard foul there by Dale Attaway.
I like that play right there. I like that play right there because that's Gillespie going in hard, and I like Attaway having no problem there with a good hard foul. Went for the ball, nothing dirty about it, but also to say, hey, you know, we appreciate that fire, that energy in you, but we brought some up 75 North as well.
And Gillespie misses on the first, has one more to go. But yeah, it's a good point. If there's anything that can change momentum, it's showing your teammates that you're willing to play hard and letting the other team know that nothing's going to come easy for them.
So Attaway commits the foul. No points are made there at the free throw line, and she snatches the rebound.
Quick steal attempt there by Gillespie. Now Norcross gets the steal, and Gillespie has it. Passmore passes it back to Gillespie, and Gillespie takes a deep three. Hits it from downtown, and Tift County brings it back the other way. Nice drive there by McElhaney. She gets fouled. But that was such a deep three there by Gillespie, and she knocks it down. Great shot. And McElhaney at the line for two. Trying to stop this run that Norcross is on. Pure on the first. Gets both to go. Bring Tift County score up to 11. Norcross with it now, passing it around. And a traveling violation goes against Norcross. Tift County will get possession.
Those plays where you see that move, that happening, that lane opening up, you're so quick to get to it. You get to put that ball down first.
Can't get over anxious. As we see Tift County with the ball here. And a foul picked up there on the floor. It'll go against number 20, Zamaya Passmore. And because they are in the bonus with 7 fouls now, Tift County will go to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity.
This is where they can possibly get this gap to single digits, being able to knock down some free throws.
Good on the first. Second free throw is good as well. Lead is cut to 10. with 6:13 left here in the second quarter. And another traveling violation. Blackman commits the turnover this time. Getting a little bit too anxious once again. Got to put the ball on the floor before the feet move. Tift County possession as McElhaney brings it up the floor. Guarded by Etheridge. He kicks it back out. Three-point attempt is in and out. No good. Rebound. Back out to her again. Three-point attempt again, no good by Cheney. And now it's rebound by Norcross with Blackman bringing it up. No look pass. Shot no good though. Rebound by Tift County. And McElhaney looking to set up the offense as Blackman comes out to guard her. Nice screening movement there, but that screen was a little bit too much. Offensive foul, and that's going to go against number 24, Diana Cheney. And Golson is getting ready to come in for Tift County. She's going to take out Cheney after that. Or actually, she's going to take out McElhaney. And Norcross will bring it up. Lions with it now. Calling for the screen. She gets it. Clears out that side of the court. But we have a 3-second violation called against Norcross. I'm not sure if it was on number 20.
I believe it was on number 32.
32. Sierra Zinneman. Tift swings it over to the wing. Drive there, stolen, but goes out of bounds. It'll stay down here with Tift counted.
Strong take, but a good strip there. I believe that was Star Herndon reaching in there and ripping that one out. Wouldn't be surprised if there's some relation to Chris Herndon there. Norcross basketball player that also was a two-sport star here, football and basketball.
And after a slight scrum for the ball, Norcross gets it on the jump ball and bring it up, looking to extend their lead. And a moving screen there called on Herndon this time.
Now I'm going to include the caveat here that I think part of this is me just wanting to see the game flow and not criticizing the officials too much. But is it just me or is it a little bit too much whistle activity?
There is quite a bit of it, so far.
And it might all be warranted. So, I'll throw that disclaimer out there, ladies and gentlemen that are at home watching. If you feel like those have all been good calls or calls that needed to be made, my apologies. I just want to see these two teams play.
I think that's what we came for. And Norcross is trying to score here. Blackman wasn't sure what she wanted to do there. She might have lost the ball. Tries to get the rebound back now after a missed shot by her teammate. And Tift has it, and they're bringing it up the court. But the ball goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. But, yeah, like you said, there have been quite a bit of fouls called in this first half. 14 overall for this first half. 8 on Norcross, 6 on Tift County, which has sort of affected the pace, though Norcross has attempted to speed it up with the pressure defense.
So, if you're Tift County, you really haven't been able to get off of that 13 spot, but being optimistic, you really kept Norcross at that 23 for a few minutes as well, so.
Well, the refs swallow their whistle on that one. Ball goes out of bounds. They'll stay down here with Tift County to inbound. And it does seem like it's been 23-13 for a few minutes now.
Yeah.
Tift County attempts to get it to single digits with this shot. No good. Rebound by Blackman. And Etheridge has it now. Etheridge back over to Blackman. Now Mason with it. Our Lions. Gillespie passing it down low. Wilson. Fadeaway jumper gets fouled on the shot. Foul will go against number 20, Casey Harrelson. And Wilson will go to the line for 2. Early in that possession, she was posting up down low, calling for the ball. You can hear some of the fans saying, give it to her, give it to her. She eventually got it, and she gets to go to the line for 2 shots, and she makes the first.
Streets were talking, and they delivered.
And we have a few substitutions here for Tift County. Number 3, Jocelyn Reyes coming in the game, as Wilson attempts to make this second free throw. And it's good. Both free throw attempts look very similar. Off the front iron and then off the back iron and then in. 25-13. 3:20 left here in the second quarter. Pump fake and drive there by Audrey McElhaney. Cut the lead back down to 10.
Like that play there by McElhaney. Tift County has done a better job over the past few minutes of taking care of the ball. Haven't been able to score as much, but McElhaney showing you what can happen.
And that is a huge mismatch down low, and they take advantage of it. As Wilson with the heady play, knew she had a mismatch, got the ball, then passed it off for her teammate Gillespie, who finishes with the lay-in.
One thing to be a post that can do a little bit of scoring down inside. It's another thing to be one that can have the vision and the ability to make passes for others.
Certainly, and now it's 3-on-1, and rather than utilize her teammate, she passes it off to Gillespie, who makes up for it with a drive and lay-in. And Tift County tries to finesse it there and doesn't work, but they get the turnover. They get the ball back. And a lay-in there by McElhaney.
Good catch there.
Yeah.
Thought that one was going to sail out of bounds. I was just going to lament over the fact that they got that ball back and threw it away, but it was a nice grab.
Certainly, and McElhaney scores again for Tift County, keeping the game close. But Gillespie is trying to widen up the lead with a three-pointer, 32-17.
Yeah, Gillespie's trying to cook out here now.
Jump shot there by Dale Attaway. Great job getting open for the shot. Catch and shoot. 32-19. Needed to answer right back. Blagman with it.
Yeah, I think Attaway and Gillespie are going to give us not only some, we've got good team play in this one, but I think that individual matchup is only going to get better as this game goes on. You see them matching threes with each other on that last exchange.
Definitely. And a nice move there by Lions. Quick dribble, drive, and lay-in with the floater. And I'm not sure. I think she just lost the ball there. Gabby Gardner dribbling the ball up the court, and I think might have lost it off her knee. Goes out of bounds. Norcross will get it, and Devin Wilson will come out the game for Norcross to get a breather. Dayana Cheney will come in for Tift County. 54 seconds left here in the first half. The Lions with it now. Now Mason loses it, gets it back to Lions. Mason posting up down low. They give it to her. Moves. And she was doubled. Contested shot.
Nice job by Tift County there defending without fouling.
Definitely. And they actually get a foul called on Norcross. So they'll be coming back the other way for some free throws.
You noticed a couple minutes ago, you mentioned for Norcross number, I think she's went to the bench now. I believe it was Johnson. It was the post player that was able to score inside and then get the dish. Oh, Devin Wilson. Yeah, Devin Wilson, when they got it into her, Wilson was shooting like a fall away shot there in the middle of the paint, and they fouled her. They were trying to play good defense there, but think about the percentages of her knocking down 2 free throws versus hitting that fall away shot.
Very true.
I think they did a great job on that last possession of just forcing them to hit a tough shot. If they hit it, cool. If not, we're going to save that foul, for a shot that's a little bit more of a higher percentage.
Definitely, and a great block there by Norcross. Blackman bringing it up the court to end us out here in the first half. 20 seconds left to go. Mason with the drive, drops it off to Blackman, who lays it in. 36-20. Stop and pop, no good for Tift County. And that will end the first half, Marcus. 36-20. Norcross in the lead.
Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic, powered by SUVtv, sponsored by CBA Sports, the official sports construction specialist of the SUV. Motive Deals, motivated, digital, fundraising. CoachHimmy.com, the coach's source for X's and O's. And Sports Image, promotion, marketing, and management.
The feeling of the perfect shot feels effortless to me. Right when I release that shot, it just feels serene and quiet. It's only me and the rim and the basketball. With my height, to have an impact and to be the player that I wanted to be, I needed to change my shot, and that was going to be something that would be beneficial for the long term. The process started just breaking my shot down from the initial release to the follow-through. And there were days that I couldn't even get the ball to the rim. There were days that I couldn't go outside of the paint area. It was very frustrating to not be able to shoot the way that I wanted to. The hardest part of that process was definitely the patience. But if I just stuck to getting better every day, eventually I would be able to shoot where I wanted to, anywhere on the floor. I went through some tough days, but found a way to just persevere and see it through. It starts with a great base and great foundation. It allows everything to feel perfect. I can do all things.
Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic, powered by SUVtv. Sponsored by CBA Sports, the official sports construction specialist of the SUV. Motive Deals, motivated, digital, fundraising. CoachHimmy.com, the coach's source for X's and O's. And Sports Image, promotion, marketing, and management.
And welcome back here, fans. As we start the second half, quick shot there by Tift. Good. Number 20, Casey Harrelson. We'd like to welcome you back here to the second half of the final game today at the ATL Elite Peach Elite Series here at the Blue Arena. Laying good there for Norcross. Norcross with a 38-22 lead here in the second half. Have pretty much dominated this game so far. Tift County desperately looking to get something going on offense here to start us off.
Almost had a flashback there. They used to love to run that play for Diamond DeShields back when she was here. Gillespie filling in nicely. Blackman with the rebound.
Blackman with the rebound and unfortunately throws it out of bounds. Possession will go back to Tift County. But that was a nice play run there by Norcross, as they want to extend their lead here in the second half and keep Tift County from doing a repeat number from that third game of today between Hillgrove and Mays, where Hillgrove was down for the majority of the game and came back against Mays around the middle part of the third quarter. Around about this time, they cut that lead down to 10, then got it down to 8, and so on, and then took a lead into the fourth quarter and were able to hold down, as we see a block out of bounds, knocked out of bounds there by Gillespie for Norcross. Tift County will retain possession. And that Hillgrove Mays game was a spectacular game. This is the fourth and final game of the day. Earlier we saw Hillgrove win against Mays. We saw Parkview completely dominate Fayette County. As you see a missed shot there, Norcross out on the run. Blackman goes over to the corner, looks for the ball. Misses on the three-pointer, rebound by Tift County, and they look to push it. McElharry can't finish the lay-in. Blackman gets it back, and Norcross is going back the other way. Back and forth action, stop and pop. Good for Vashni Perry, number 10, the 5'6" senior. Tift County has it now, down by 18. McElharry over to Reyes. Reyes with it, fakes the drive, pulls it back out, and with gives a bad inside pass, trying to feed it down low to Golson, who was open for momentarily, but Reyes was late with the pass. Leads to a turnover and a foul there, which is committed by Vanity Golson. (40-22) here. Tift County desperately trying to get back in this game. And Tift County is a really good team. Both of these teams are really, really good. Had outstanding seasons last year. Norcross losing in the state title game. Tift winning their region. And want that success from last year to translate over to this year. Let's see a beautiful drive there and a lay-in by number 11, Taylor Mason. Nice finish there. Little contact, no foul called, but she did an exceptional job getting to the bucket and finishing. And Tift County with it now. Spin move out to Casey Harrelson. She gives it right back to Golson, who loses it out of bounds. Turnover. Possession goes to Norcross. And like we said, we saw Tucker dominate Fayette County earlier today, winning by almost 50 points. And in the first game, we saw Parkview take a close one over Woodstock, a game that was close for most of the game, and they finally were able to come out and get ahead towards the end, as we see a travel called on Taylor Mason. Took a few too many steps, and Tift County will go back the other way with McElhaney bringing it up the court. At this point, you want to get that lead down to about 10 before the end of this quarter, hopefully. If you're Tift County, you don't want this to get any worse. As Reyes looks for anyone to pass it to, she pulls it back out, gives it to McElhaney, who was a primary scorer for him, but McElhaney turns it over. Now Gillespie has it over to Blackman. Blackman dribbles, steps back, no good on the shot. Gillespie, no good on the putback. Tift County has it. And McElhaney over to Reyes. Reyes was looking for Alexander's. Turns the ball over. Easy 2 points for Talia Gillespie. This has certainly been the Gillespie show here today, as well as Vanessa Blackman, the transfer over to Norcross, looking to continue their success. And another steal here. Taylor Mason. Fake spin. Back the other way. Gets it to go. And Tift County needs a timeout here with 3:56 left in the third quarter. As we look at that beautiful lay-in, fakes one way, goes back the other, gets her opponent in the air, and lays it in. And Tift County desperately needs a timeout to regroup before this game gets any more out of hand. 46-22, 3:56 left here at Norcross. And welcome back here after the timeout break. 46-22, Norcross in the lead. The Lady Blue Devils taking complete and total control over this game here to start the second half. Tift hasn't been able to get anything going. Another almost turnover there, but they maintain possession, get it over to the corner for a three, which is no good. Rebound by number 34, Devin Wilson. And Norcross is back the other way. Lay-in, no good. But a rebound, though, by Norcross. Out to Perry, who swings it over to Mason. Mason with a wild pass. Turns the ball over, and Tift County brings it back up the court. McElhaney with it. They need her to get going. She tries. What a shot there by McElhaney. Totally off balance. Drives in the lane, misses her first shot, gets a rebound, and takes the second one, totally off balance, and gets it to go. Right about now, Tift just needs anything to go in the basket. And they need to keep Norcross from getting things in the basket. A nice drive there by number 10, Vashni Perry, to push the lead to 48-24. McElhaney is going to need some help here, especially out here on the perimeter right now as Blackman steals the ball. Blackman drives, draws the contact, no foul called. This time a foul is called. Sierra Zinneman draws the foul. She'll go to the line for two. As we look back at this replay here, look at the drive by Perry, right past the defender, high off the glass, laying good. And Perry's definitely come to play today as Zinneman misses that first free throw. The quick double dribble there. And she misses with a little bit of air there on that second free throw. The senior. Tift County will get the ball back here. And Gabby Garner will bring it up the court for him. And another almost steal there. She tries to make up for her missed free throws and sort of does there by causing that early pressure on the Tift County Lady Devils. The Blue Devils versus the Lady Devils today. And Norcross is taking the lead and taking control over it. Looking for something down low. Nice post move there. Shot off kilter though. Norcross drives. Nice drive there by Taylor Mason. Can't get it to go, but she draws the foul. And she'll go to the line for 2 shots with 1:53 seconds left here in the third quarter. So we've had a bit of a mix of games today. The first one highly competitive, back and forth, with Parkview edging out their opponent. The second game, a complete and total blowout. Tucker dominating Fayette County. It never really was close after the first 10 minutes of the quarter, of the first half actually. The first 10 minutes, it wasn't close after that. And then the third game was an outstanding, exceptional classic between Hillgrove and Mays, coming all the way down to the wire with Jalynn Reese hitting the game-winning shot with about 7 seconds left to put Hillgrove over the top over Mays. And now finally the main event, Norcross versus Tift County, with Norcross sort of dominating this game as well. And another shot there by Norcross, number 12, Taya Lyons. Pushes the lead to 51-24. And McElhaney with it now. McElhaney probably playing the best today for Tift County. Get into the bucket and scoring quite often, but she's been having trouble as well, just like the rest of these Tift County players, with this defensive pressure put on them by Norcross. Alexander's to inbound. Can't find anyone open. Came too close to a 5-second call. Drive there by Attaway. Dale Attaway will go to the line for 2 shots. He fouled on the play by Norcross. And she'll go to the line for 2 here. Down by a whole lot. Hits the first. Now lining up the second. As Coach Dilligard calls out the defense to the Tift County Lady Devils. Trying to keep up morale, trying to keep up their spirits. You're only in the third quarter. You can't give up, even though the lead right now looks insurmountable because of the defense of Norcross, but now Tift County with some good defense. As they try to get something out of this possession. 33 seconds left. Swinging the ball around. Norcross trying to trap. McElhaney with it now. She'll drive with the left and get fouled. That foul looks like it will go against Lyons, number 12. And McElhaney will go to the line for 2. I want to get a little bit of momentum going into this fourth quarter. Down 51-26 right now. 23 seconds left in the third. And this was, from the start, going to be a difficult game for Tift County. Coming into Norcross to take on the Lady Blue Devils of Norcross. Let's see a scrum for the ball here, and a foul is going to go against Norcross. Number 23, Star Herndon will pick up the foul. McElhaney to inbound. Finds Alexander's open in the corner. She knocks down the 3, 29-51. 13 seconds left. And Norcross looking for an open shot to close out the quarter. 3. No good. That last shot wouldn't have counted anyway. With the score, Norcross 51, Tift County 29. Come back here for the fourth quarter live on SUVtv.com.
Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic, powered by SUVtv, sponsored by CBA Sports, the official sports construction specialist of the SUV. Motive Deals, motivated, digital, fundraising. CoachHimmy.com, the coach's source for X's and O's. And Sports Image, promotion, marketing, and management.
And welcome back as we start off the fourth quarter here. A drive by Norcross. They lose the ball, but Star Herndon gets it back and hits the jumper off the glass. 53-29 here in the fourth quarter. We did get a full 8 minutes here. Unlike the last game, actually the last game before the game before this one, between Fayette County and Tucker, that was cut to 6 minutes in the fourth quarter due to the lead. This one will get the full 8 in the fourth quarter as Tift County looks to play as well as they can towards the end of this game. That ball goes off of Norcross and will go to Tift County. It looked like it may have went off the back of McElhaney, but a Norcross player must have touched it somewhere along the way there, so Tift will get possession. As McElhaney brings it across the court, finds an open lane, decides to kick it. Attaway sort of loses the ball. Norcross picks it up, and they're out on the floor. The run. They lose the ball, but they get it back. Nice passing down low to Star Herndon. She gets the bucket to go. 55-29. 6:43 left. Tift looking for anything on offense as Norcross has completely put the clamps on them in this second half. And a nice pass there. They can't finish, but she gets a second chance. It was a nice pass there to Zamaya Passmore. She misses on the first shot, a little bit too strong, gets the second chance after the rebound, and finishes with the laying off the glass. Nice step back. Look, she got fouled there. Misses. Norcross with it, out running again. And a nice pass there. Oh, she can't corral it. Star Herndon looking for another score here to start off the fourth quarter. Can't get the ball. Can't get control of it. And she'll come out to take a breather as Norcross brings in some substitutions. And Tift County down by 28 points here. Really just wants to get some kind of momentum, something going for them to end this game out on a high note. And a nice shot there by Mary Alexanders. 31-57. 5:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Norcross swings the ball around the perimeter, and they'll take a shot from the perimeter. No good. Rebound by Tift. They're out on the run, but the pass forces her to go over to the corner, Jocelyn Reyes. But she'll drive it anyway and drops it off down low. No good on the lay-in by Tift County, but a nice rebound there by McElhaney to finish it off. Norcross with it. Mason Swings it over to Etheridge. As Norcross just looks for an open shot, and they find one in the corner. Air ball, but they get the rebound here. Perry will take her own shot and miss long. But Etheridge will get the rebound for Norcross again. Perry swings it over to Mason, and Mason will slow it down a little bit. Drop it off to Lyons at the top of the key as they look to set up their offense. And Mason sets the screen for Lyons. Etheridge with it now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful play there by Norcross, finding Mason down low, open for the lay-in. And you have to give Norcross a lot of credit here throughout this game for finding the open player and capitalizing off of turnovers. Turnovers like this one here by Mary Alexanders for Tift County. Norcross has done a great job scoring off of the turnovers that they've received from Tift County, as we see the star, Vanessa Blackman, come in, the transfer student who's come in here, shifted the program that she was at before, and is now looking to be a leader on this team, and she's showcased that ability here tonight, her and Tylia Gillespie, as they both played exceptionally well tonight. And a pass down low. Almost an alley-oop type play, but the pass gets knocked out of bounds. It was intended for Taylor Mason, but Norcross will retain possession. Here with only 3:41 left in the fourth quarter, up 59-33 over Tift County. And Jocelyn Reyes will come out of the game for Tift County. That looked like it might have been a foul there. Good hustle by Tift County. And Mary Alexanders could not grab hold of the ball. Tipped it. Looked like she may be on her way to some easy points. Couldn't grab hold of the ball. And that'll be a full timeout for Tift County. Down 59-33 with 3 minutes and 34 seconds left here at the Norcross Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic, brought to you live on the SUVtv.com. And we'd like to welcome you back here to Norcross High School in Norcross, Georgia. For the rest of this fourth quarter, 3:30 left. Norcross up 59-33 over Tift County. Here in the first ATL Peach Elite Series event, the first of 12 to be showcased in the Metro Atlanta area, where you'll see a lot of great basketball action as we've seen today. Some great basketball played, especially in this game by Norcross, as they're called for the foul there. And Tift County will inbound. Gabby Garner to inbound from the baseline. Passes it up to McElhaney. She gets it. Alexanders passes it over to her teammate. Gets it back. Takes the deep three off the front iron. No good. Norcross now bringing it back up the court. And Norcross will take a deep three. No good. Rebound Alexanders. And Norcross forces another turnover. It's been the story of the game. Their defense stepping up big time, and Tift County being unable to handle it. As Passmore steps out of bounds as he tries to retrieve the ball, possession will go to Tift County as they make some mass substitutions. And in for Norcross, number 30, Dallas Reed will come into the game. She'll replace Taya Lyons, as well as 13, Raven Etheridge, replacing Passmore, who just committed the turnover there. Tift County with it, McElhaney to bring it up the floor. She's really been one of the only players for Tift that they've been able to consistently count on today. And she's even had trouble with this Norcross defense, who've been forcing turnovers all game long as they pick up another foul there, though. 5 on Norcross here in the second half. 6 on Norcross here in the second half, with 2:16 left as Tift goes to the line. And they convert on the first. Vanity Golson with the free throw. And Golson knocks down the second. 35-59. And for Norcross, this is a win that they'll hope will help them build up their momentum for the season. Starting the season off right here at home, defending their court at the tip-off that they're hosting. Foul there on the floor against Tift. Number 11, Vanity Golson, who just knocked down the free throws, commits the foul. And Norcross will get the ball on the baseline. And this is the kind of win that Norcross is looking to propel them for the rest of the season. It sets the tone for the rest of the season. A team that has gotten to the state championship game multiple times, won several state championships. A premier program here in the state of Georgia. And they look to continue that excellence as they've done today, up 59-35. Foul on Norcross, and McElhaney will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. 7 fouls on Norcross, so they are in the penalty, but they're not in the double bonus. So Tiff will go to the line, 1-and-1. They knock down the first. She gets a second. Star Herndon looking to inbound that ball there after the first shot. And the second is no good, and Herndon is the one that gets the rebound. As Blackman brings it up the court. She drops it off to Dallas Reed. Dallas almost looked like she wanted to post up there over the bigger defender, but it doesn't work out. Loses out of bounds. Tift County gets possession. And for Tift, things didn't go the way they were planning today. You have to regroup after this game if you're the Tift County Lady Devils. But Tift is an excellent program as well, and Coach Dilligard will look to get them back together after this game. Nice three there, but it's off the iron. Harrelson had an open look there, couldn't knock it down. And that's also been part of the story for Tift on today. Not knocking down open shots. They haven't had many of them, but the ones they've gotten, they haven't been able to hit, which has helped to propel this Norcross team to a big lead as they miss another open shot there. And I'm not sure who Herndon was passing it to there. It went off the leg of a Tift County defender, so possession will stay down here with Norcross. As we have 1:03 left here in the game. Etheridge to inbound. Looking for anyone. Finally finds Dallas Reed. And Reed with it. And Reed will take the three. The whole bench got up there for that one. Hoping that she'd knock it down. Unfortunately, she didn't. Or else we might have seen a full explosion level celebration by the Norcross Lady Blue Devils bench as well as the fans. As Tift County tries to inbound the ball here. Under a minute left. 59-36 Norcross. Garner passes it over to Alexanders. Alexanders drives, pops from the free throw line. No good. Rebound by Norcross. Devin Wilson with it now. 30 seconds left in the game. They want Dallas to take it, and it did not turn out exactly as Dallas or Norcross were planning, as it got completely rejected. That was close to a backcourt violation. And oh boy, she falls on the ground. They want Dallas to shoot it again, and that's a double dribble. Reed got a little bit overexcited there. Dribbled it once, looked for the shot, then dribbled it again. Can't do that. That's a double dribble. As Tift County looks to close us out here with the final shot. Alexander's with it. She's going to jump shot, shoot, score to bring the game to a 59-38 close. Norcross with the win, 59-38. We would like to thank you for coming out here for this game, as well as all the games today. Jonathan Skinner here with Marquise Burnett.
We'll have a couple post-game interviews, so don't go anywhere. Great job by Jonathan Skinner calling today's action. Thanks for joining us for the Lady Blue Tip-Off Classic. Don't go anywhere. Post-game interviews coming up next.